All right, so picture this. You're in a lab, maybe it's Kioptrix, maybe something else, and you finally nail it. You've got the target IP address. The hunt is officially on. But you know, what you do in these next few moments, that can be the difference between a quick, clean win and hours of just banging your head against the wall.
Your heart's probably pounding, right? The adrenaline starts kicking in, and the temptation, the urge, is to just dive in head first. But is that really the best move? What is it that separates someone who gets stuck from someone who makes real progress in those critical opening minutes? Let's get into it.
So we have to talk about that adrenaline rush. It's this powerful, almost primal impulse to just start firing off every single tool in your arsenal. You're thinking about exploits, scanners, maybe even firing up a password guesser. And look, it feels productive, right? It feels like you're doing something. But more often than not, it's a trap. It just leads to chaos.
This right here, this really gets to the heart of the problem. Getting stuck early on, it's usually not a sign that you're missing some critical skill or piece of knowledge. Nope, it's almost always an issue of sequencing, just doing things in the wrong order, because you're letting that initial excitement call the shots.
And that highlights the most critical mindset shift you can make. See, the best practitioners, they don't just act on that first impulse. They take that crucial minute, literally just a minute, right after finding the IP to just pause, breathe, and intentionally separate the useful information, the signal, from the noise of their own adrenaline.
So let's look at what that actually looks like in practice. On one side, you have what we can call the bravado approach. This is just spamming tools, guessing at services, throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks. And on the other side, you have the disciplined approach, a structured plan for enumeration, taking methodical notes, and doing careful triage. It's really chaos versus strategy.
The fix for that chaotic start isn't some brand new fancy tool or a super obscure exploit. The solution is actually way simpler. It's all about laying a solid foundation with a repeatable three-step process. And here is that foundation. It's so simple. Step 1. Before you do anything else, just confirm the host is actually up. A simple ping is all you need. That's it. Step 2. Systematically enumerate all the services. We're talking a full port scan, then a deep service scan on what you find. You want the whole picture. And then step 3, and this is the one people always skip, organize everything you find. Seriously, write it down.
Okay, so you followed the steps. You've got your list of services, maybe a couple web servers, an SSH port, maybe something kind of weird you don't even recognize. You've got the data, but now you've got a brand new problem. Where do you even begin? How in the world do you decide which clue is the most promising?
And this brings us to a super important concept, triage. Yeah, just like in a hospital emergency room, you need to sort your findings based on urgency and potential. It's that process of looking at all your discovered services and making a conscious, evidence-based decision about where you're going to focus your attention first. I'm telling you, mastering this one skill can save you hours of wasted time. To help with that, think of it like a little eligibility checklist. Before you dive deep on any one service, just ask yourself these 3 things. 1. Have I actually gotten all the basic info, like version numbers? 2. Do I really understand what this service is supposed to do? And 3, maybe the most important, can I explain in one simple sentence why this is a good place to start?
And that's the key. If you can't clearly say why you're looking at a service, like, I'm starting with this web server because Nmap flagged it as an old vulnerable version of Apache, then you're probably just guessing. Your logic should be that simple, that clear.
And think about that feeling of being stuck an hour into a box. It's so common. But that feeling isn't a signal to run more scans or try more random stuff. It's usually a signal to stop, go back to your notes, and properly rank the clues you already have. The answer is probably right there. You just haven't organized it yet.
And this is really the ultimate takeaway. In these beginner and intermediate labs, the path to success isn't about being the fastest or using the flashiest, most aggressive tools. No, it's about being the most organized. Disciplined note-taking and methodical triage are going to win out over frantic, unfocused action pretty much every single time. So the next time you find that IP and you feel that rush of excitement, just pause for a second and ask yourself this one question. Is the move I'm about to make based on clear evidence and a logical plan, or is it just the adrenaline talking? The answer to that question will completely change how you play the game.